What's up family, welcome back to yet another valuable video of School of Entries. As you guys know, this is a series where I share my day-to-day trades and I make sure that you learn from them. So if you're a first-time viewer, welcome home. This is gonna be your place where you're now gonna learn and grow in trading. So in this video, I'm gonna break down my trade on GER30, the thought process there about what happened. I'm gonna show you the evidence of the trade, even the signal I sent to my group for this trade to show you every single day how we trade. Hopefully you can grab something from it and go to the next level with knowledge when it comes to trading. Let's jump onto the chart right now. Okay family, so we are on GER30 right now on the M5 chart, and some of you might seem a bit confused with what is happening over here, and I will show you right ahead. I want to show you the evidence of the trade and the signal I sent to my signal group. I did also send this setup to my Discord group, right? And we ended up just taking at take profit 1. So this overall take profit was not actually the take profit that we intended, and everything just went to break even afterwards. So I'm just gonna go to the H1, show you what I was seeing, the original trade thereof, and then the thought process there. Maybe you can learn from my mistakes or you can also learn from my victories. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove each and everything right now. Okay, and I'm just gonna play back exactly what I was seeing over here. Okay, so we are on the 1 hour right now. I just erased each and everything. I just want to show you how it started off in the morning and exactly what I was seeing before we just go there right now. Okay, I'm just gonna replay it for you for the lesson. So I was not looking at the overall major structure of the bearish market, or rather in fact I was, because I did expect the market to actually give us sells at this point. I was looking at a lot of imbalance that took place. So let me just show you guys. Okay, so there was this supply, or rather even if it's an order block is fine, we just take it as a supply. There was a lot of imbalance here that I witnessed that the market created from the previous days. So my thought process when it came to this is that the market will actually use all of this as liquidity. I'm just going to show you because this is how I drew it. So all of this, I anticipated it to be liquidity. I did anticipate the short sell, then we actually go all the way up. That was my initial trade analysis. I did actually send this analysis like this to my Discord group, right? But I actually want to show you now what ended up playing out. So since this was my conclusion, I went to the M15 and I tried to actually get the move to the upside. So you will see when I begin to spot my take profits and all of that, you will see what I was now referring to. Okay, so since it was like this, I just want to play it a bit forward here, because the market did create a sort of demand level here. Okay, so there was a demand level with all of this, and this is exactly what I was seeing, and this is where we took the trade on the GER30 open. So we typically trade at the GER30 open. Okay, let me just go to the M5. It will show you exactly where we actually entered our trade. So we entered our trade here, put my stop loss very small. I was so excited for this trade because I thought, yeah, this is gonna be a trade to remember. But again, you just trade according to what the market gives you, right? This is exactly what I planned, guys. No lies. So I planned a 1:19 trade, but what ended up happening, I put a series of take profits. You will see what I'm talking about right now. Okay, let me just see here, just to remind myself which take profits, where did I set it. Okay, there we go. So the first take profit, I'm just gonna stick to the first take profit because that is where the market actually took, gave us in fact what we needed. Okay, so that area above the high, that's where I actually put the first take profit. Let me just bring this back. There we go. Okay, so as you can see now, I'm just gonna play out the market. So we just used this demand level. Okay, and as you can see, the market rallied into the take profit, and as soon as it hit it, the market started to sell. Okay, just gonna play it back now here. So that was the trade, as you can see on my screenshot. That is the trade that I screenshotted that went into take profit 1. Then instead of going all the way, what we did now, once it hit that take profit, we just place a BE, right, a break even. Okay, and just let the market ride along. But of course, as you guys know the fate, this is what happened, and kicked out the rest of the remaining trades. Okay, on a break even. So that means we didn't lose anything, even though I'm not disappointed, because I have built a very strong psychology when it comes to trading, in terms of I do not want to force the market to do anything. I just go with the flow. I just respect my entry models, take it with that, and take whatever that the market gives me. So with this is exactly what the market did for today. And again, here, like, the lesson is, don't just force the market, especially right now. We're in an era where BRICS is taking place here in South Africa, exactly where I am. So I'm very excited for that as well. But it may destabilize and cause a lot of chaos in a lot of these currencies and stocks overseas. So you may want to really be careful when you're trading this, because any type of news that may come out of the BRICS summit may actually disturb the whole thing or destabilize. You may have a technical setup and everything goes haywire, right? So you just want to be careful in that regard when you're on the markets. Now, once it did this, of course, and it hit my take profit 1, I just want to show you something now. I'm just going to remove, in fact, this take profit 1. I did anticipate that the market did not, that the market actually took this high. Okay, so since it took that high, it could have created a whole bias around this. Now I'm just gonna close it like this and then remove this other block. I just want to give you another lesson here. So since it took this high, I was anticipating a setup like this, where the market takes a high, or rather creates a high, sweeps it with liquidity, breaks the low that created that, and then pulls back into a fair value gap or an order block, anything else, and then drops. So that's exactly what actually was happening here. But now the way I trade, there is a move that facilitates that high, which is this main one here. So if the market has not broken that for me, I'm still looking for buys. So you will see now, when I actually sent this trade setup in my Discord after this took place, to say this is what I anticipate on GER30. Okay, so as soon as it took this low, but this is not the low that facilitated this whole high. And of course, the actual move was that I wanted to pull back to a fair value gap, then sell, but it actually pulled back to this other block right here and actually sold. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. But I did not take this trade, family. Okay, let me just show you. See OB, and as you can watch it went into that and just sold all the way afterwards. You just see what happened. Okay, so this was the exact trade that afterwards it took place. I did not take this trade. So it took the highs, swept the liquidity there, and then pulled back into this other block and then sold. So this is exactly what really happened on GER30. I did not take it. It was a bit of a messed up day psychologically, but I did not lose. I'm glad I did not lose. I felt like I shouldn't have been trading today. Some days you do not need to force trades or whatsoever, especially when you're not seeing anything. It's very important that you can be honest with yourself as a trader within that regard. Anyway, family, that's it for School of Entries today. There's no specific strategy that I want to teach you per se, but something that really happened of this day, that if it does happen to you, you do not need to say it was a bad day or anything, especially when you made profits. Even if you could have made a loss, it's still not a bad day, still not a bad call. Just means that you probably shouldn't have been trading. Not every day is going to be the greatest trading day ever, right? So that's how I want you to take from this video today. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow on the next video. Hopefully, family, those of you who are new, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like our style of teaching, our transparency, and in terms of what we do over here. God bless you.